lead to its breakup?
Well, I would like to say that we should give moral and diplomatic support to the Pashtun Tahafuz movement, because frankly, the good thing about this movement, it includes a very strong women's wing as well. And several of the leaders over the last several years have been forced to go to exile mostly in Europe. And these leaders, initially, except for about 3 or 4 years ago, they were very reluctant to name Pakistan. But now they're openly condemning Pakistan because they no longer see a future in a unified Pakistan state. They know that unless they get a separate Pashtunistan with independence and freedom, they are not going to escape the oppression of the Pakistan military, where frankly, Pashtuns are treated as second-class citizens. So I have watched this evolution. Initially, the PTM people were not ready to speak about Pakistan, even in private conversations with me on boards like Signal and all that. But now they're quite open to even write about it, including a very prominent Pashtun lady activist, who had written about it for Sunday Guardian. So I'd like to say that this is a sign, Vinny, that the Pashtuns have had enough. They've had enough of the oppression. And may I point out, the Pakistan army essentially is being used as an instrument for extraction of resources from Pashtunistan, and a lot of that is now going to China. So this kind of exploitation is taking place on a very large scale, and I think as a consequence, the Pashtun movement for freedom, for human rights, for human dignity, for self-respect has really, taken off. And I feel India needs to give open moral and diplomatic support for the human rights of every group in Pakistan, be it Pashtunistan, be it Balochistan, be it the Pashtuns, be it the Baloch, be it the Sindhi, whatever group you call it, India should be there in the front row, basically cheering them on as they fight for their human rights. So human rights is a basic right of which all of us should have. And they've been denied that for so many decades. And now at last they're reacting. And India, as a very prominent country, the world's most populous democracy, needs to speak up for human rights for the Pashtuns and other oppressed nationalities in Pakistan beneath.